I am Nick Butter and I am an endurance runner. Around 541 marathons and 89 ultras. So I've done a lot of running, pretty much all over the world nearly now. Don't really like to compete for speed anymore. I'm more just to enjoy it and enjoy the experience of running. When I was younger, I was a skier in the under-19s British ski team. And then after skiing, I went into work. I had to get a real job, and I got that real job, which was in banking, and you don't get a lot of time to do anything. But running was my only escape to trying to feel like I'm out in the wild and not stuck behind a desk in a glass box. And it was tough to fit running in, but you kind of had to because it was the only thing that kept me sane. And then after that, I gently transitioned into running full time and started to compete more. And now I'm running around the world. As of today, it's day 540 of my 23-month expedition to run a marathon in every country in the world. Hoping to set a new world record in the process, along with breaking some other ones. And the idea is to raise some money for charity, raise £250,000 for Prostate Cancer UK, because we're a dear friend of mine, and have a good time in the process. I think that's the whole point of the mission. It's not just to set records and do a lot of running, it's to enjoy being out in the wild, seeing every country. And as of today, I've just flown back in from country number 155, which was Central African Republic. And I'm super excited at the minute because I feel like I'm now on the home straight because I've just finished Africa. I've got a couple to do, but they're kind of outliers. And I'm now on the home straight. I've got 41 countries left. And I will soon be finished. Last marathon in Athens. The most difficult part of the journey has probably been the hostility. Obviously, you have fatigue and you have constant moving around and not missing planes. And when you run 3 marathons a week in 3 different countries, that's difficult. But I have had some problems where I got mugged at knife point in the central Lagos market in Nigeria. Which was not fun. I've had plenty of weapons drawn on me. My legs have been burnt a few times from exhaust pipes when I've been running on like super busy areas, and like motorbikes have just come along and bumped into me, and the exhaust has burnt my leg. I was attacked and bitten by dogs in North Africa as well. And just 3-4 days ago, I was stuck. Locked in an airport because I didn't have the right visas and documentation, and so that was a nice 12 hours in an airport. Everyone always said to me that when I left for the trip that I'd come back a different person, and I didn't really know what that meant because I'm me, whatever, but I really have come back so far, and I've still got 41 countries to go, and I feel completely different. I feel like I've just kind of been colouring in a painting of the world, and I'm starting to see the different cultures and how things work, and I have much bigger respect for basically everywhere else, because in the Western world we're so lucky, especially when you're running through Africa, and you see every corner of poverty and need. And I was asked recently to sum up Africa and sum up each continent in one word, and I said Africa is basically without, because there's so much stuff they don't have and yet they give everything. And there's lots of documentaries about the planet and all that sort of stuff, but ultimately the planet wouldn't be the same without people. And the biggest experience that I've come away from this mission is the people. It is all about the people. The people that I've met along the way have been just completely fascinating. And I've got friends in pretty much every country I've been to now, which is just an amazing network to have. And I finished the trip trying to adjust my personality to do things differently and try and take stuff on. I've started a foundation to try and give a bit back to various different communities around the world. We're building a disabled learning centre in Sierra Leone soon as well. And so I've kind of already kick-started some of the things I want to do, but ultimately saying hello to people is something that I do. I don't know how many times I say hello on a marathon, and I'm not exaggerating when I say 500 times. Like literally just waving to people saying hi, bonjour, like just any language. Everyone knows how to say hello more or less if you're in that country. And it's a shame because you come to London and everybody sits on the tube with their head down and you don't have that conversation. And when I come back, I will force myself to speak to people more, because people make the world go round, right? The people that I have in my close friend circles, they're all extraordinary people. They're all doing crazy stuff. They're either climbing Everest, rowing oceans, and it's kind of a strange thing to say, because you don't really count yourself as extraordinary, and then you think about what you're doing, and actually, yeah, that is extraordinary. That's not ordinary. That's slightly unusual. And everybody always says that I'm crazy and mad, and in the nicest possible way, I think. And so maybe it's a little bit coupled with being bizarre, trying to do something that people haven't done, do stuff that's a challenge, and I think that's kind of what life's all about, right? You don't want to be sitting behind a desk and twiddling your thumbs until you get to retirement and then you die. You want to experience everything. You want to see every corner of the world and try and be as extraordinary as you can, I suppose. Leave a mark. Going from my old job in my old life of a routine and stresses that weren't really stresses, of spreadsheets and moving one pot of imaginary money to another, to now waking up in a different country every few days, turning up at the immigration officer asks, where are you and where have you come from, and I can't answer him because I have no idea. And so it's been a special journey, and I'm still on it, and I'm hoping it will never end. I'm just going to keep doing it. The best thing about getting to success and getting to something that you want to do is keep trying stuff and then failing. The amount of times I've done trips and missions that haven't succeeded, I've lost count of how many times that's happened. And I think especially young people, I suppose it's adults as well, if you try something, don't be afraid to fail and just get out and do it, because you still have a journey along the way. I want to set these records, I want to write a book and earn some money off the back of this project, but ultimately that's not why I'm doing it. And if nobody buys my book and if nobody cares about what I did, I'm still having a great time. And so pick something that you're passionate about, enjoy it, and then you can't lose. You're investing in something that you're literally getting the reward immediately. Yeah. So I found Mission after I met Tom, and we were in Devon?
Yeah.
We were in Devon, and we were running with another brand, and we just got chatting about extraordinary things that you were doing and extraordinary things that I was planning to do, and then a few years went by and you did some more crazy stuff, and then you launched your tea, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll give that a go. And now, I'm not exaggerating when I say I've probably drank at least one cup of tea every day since you first gave me that first packet. It is, it's kind of a habit now. When I'm away, I get up in the morning to go down to breakfast in this strange hotel, whether it's in Africa or South America or wherever it may be, and I pick up my room key, I pick up my wallet, and I pick up a tea bag, and I go down and have that cup of tea and start my day. I always take the tea, because obviously you've got the slow release of the energy in the tea. You don't have sugar spikes throughout the day, and it lasts for a long, long time. So I can just take it in the morning, and it almost feels like I'm set. Like I don't have to think about anything else now. That's done. But also it helps my mind, because on my off days when I'm not running or when I'm on a plane and I don't really want to just go to sleep and have a lazy day, I want to be on it. I'll have maybe a couple of Mission teas. And that will just send me and I'll be in complete overdrive with all the stuff that I need to be doing, and I never experience that sugar low. It's just a constant energy. So honestly, I know, you think, oh, it's just tea, but it's really not. It's a super great drink, and I look forward to having every morning. So yeah.